All right, you know, I did a video on the MudRunner and how easy it was to run. But somebody just sent me a request asking if I could show how the angle box works. So I grabbed my angle box this morning. I had to put some angles in here, and I want to show you the difference between the MudRunner and the angle box. So you have a video on the MudRunner. I was running 9-foot ceilings, and it was simple. The angle box is not quite as simple. So you put it on here and you pump it up. Understand this, please, that this angle box is really, really old. I've had this angle box from the very first set of tools that I bought. So I had to have picked this angle box up when Tape Tech, this is when Tape Tech first started making tools. This is one of the first batches that Tape Tech made. And that first year that they started selling them, that Ames lost their patent, and you can actually buy angle boxes. So this is that old. I mean, I don't know. Google when Tape Tech started selling their tools, and that's how old this is. And I'm going to throw in some angles, all right? I like to bring them up like this first, these lower ones, like this, a little bit. And then, and I like to leave the lat mark at the seam. That way when I'm touching up, I can touch up this lat mark. So if I can leave the lat mark at the seam, that's what I'm going to do. But this is taking pressure. I got to push pretty good in order to get this to work. And if I mix it up too thin, it kind of runs all over the place. I'm getting scratches and holidays. But this is work. This is a workout. Seriously, I have to, if I had a lot of angles to do with this, I'm going to be really, really sweating. Really sweating. Oh, that wasn't me farting, that was the tool. If I farted, you would know it. But this is about all I'm going to do, because quite honestly, I'm not a fan of this anymore. I'm just really not. I know it looks like it's going pretty easy, but seriously, this is a lot of work. So I'm actually going to put this away now and show you the difference between this and a MudRunner. Again, like I said, I'm hoping he connects this to the video where I just ran the MudRunner. But now this is all ready to go. I pump this up. And then I'm going to take this long one right here. I'm just going to run this one long one to begin with. I'm going to run the corn bead and everything right up there. This is effortless. Now, honestly, I'm not leaving much mud, but that's okay. I'm cleaning anything that's off of there off. And now it's finishing, and I got scratch. I'm going to get the dust off very well. And but this is just absolutely effortless. I have no pressure. I'm not really doing anything but sticking it up there, turning the handle, and going. So the difference between this and the angle box, like I said, is pretty much night and day. So if you want to know what I choose, I would choose this every single time. And understand this too. Running the angle box in that long one, I probably wouldn't have had enough mud, and I would have had to fill this back up before I even finished running this one. And look at, I'm still going. I still have mud in this. So I can run a lot more angles too with just one fill. Just a lot more. Another scratch. Ooh, this is a big scratch too. To be fair to the camera guy, I had him dust off this after I ran the 12 box, so I can get the 12 box in. And it does kind of clog the sandpaper, so you can't dust off. As soon as you get a little bit of wet mud on the sandpaper, it doesn't dust off as well. So to be fair to him, I did have him dust off after I 12 boxed, not before. So, all right. Yeah, you guys have a great day. Again, angle box, versus MudRunner, MudRunner for me is going to win every time. Have a great day. Hey, I want to thank you for watching. I hope it's educational. I hope you've learned something. So if you really like what you see, please subscribe.